begin. So, a lot of you might have this question in your mind, like, what all career options do we have after we have completed our BCA? So, to answer that question, we are making this video. This video is going to be about the same topic. And also, before moving further, I would like to clarify that we are going to make some detailed videos about each of these career options, and we might create some playlists around each of those career segregations. Now, if you want to be updated around those career fields, I would love if you can just follow this channel so that you guys can be updated about the same topic, right? Now, without any further ado, let's start with the first one. Okay, so the first career choice that you guys have is SD, which stands for Software Developer and Engineer. Now, by default, the BCA curriculum is set in a manner that if you are just doing well in your academics and also doing some code throughout those 3 years of your curriculum, and after 3 years, if you are sitting in an interview and are able to clear that interview, you will be for sure be at a starting position of a junior developer. And if you perform well in that role, sooner or later you will be kind of just promoted to senior roles as well after some time, right? So this is the best choice that you guys have. And let's discuss more about other job options first, then we can dedicate some time onto this role only, right? So now to the second topic. So the second job option that is in my list is system engineer. Now this is kind of an unusual path, but the easiest one of all the job options that I have created. Also, there are growth potentials in this option because it kind of follows a branching strategy where if you are in a system engineer role, after some time you can become a network engineer, a cybersecurity engineer, or cloud engineer, right? So there are different paths which you can choose. Okay, so as I have already told you that we will be creating a separate playlist for all these job roles. So just stick to this channel and we will be discussing more about what all technologies you need to learn, what all courses you can enroll in, whether it is possible to get the job directly after BCA or you need to be specialized in some field to get those jobs, right? So just stick to this channel and we'll be answering all your queries sooner or later, right? So moving to the third job option that I have is web dev or web developer, right? Now this particular job role is divided into two parts. The first one is front end and the second one is back end. So web development majorly consists of these two roles. Okay. Now front end, there are a lot of tech stack that you can learn throughout the journey. Also, there is one role which is not majorly front end but is involved in front end creation of the web pages, which is web designer, right? So that is also one job role that you guys can choose based on your niche if you like it, right? Now the technical part of this job role is majorly centralized around backend. Now if you are good into coding, if you find out throughout those 3 years of academics that you are good into coding, you can shift to the backend development, right? And there is big scope into backend development. There are a lot of technologies that you can learn. And as I've already updated that we'll be creating the playlist around backend as well. So that was all for web development. Moving further to the next now job before option. Moving further, I would like to remind you of one thing, that there are kind of some segregations that you need to focus on before choosing your career option. Okay, so just try to understand this thing. Now, if you are good into coding, you have learned coding throughout those 3 years of BCA, there are some job options that are perfect fit for you guys. Suppose backend engineer, front end engineer, software developer, right, and web development for sure. So these all career options will be a perfect fit for you guys. Now, if you're not good into coding, but you are kind of good into technical understanding of topics and you are sound around those technologies, for example Linux and all that stuff, then there are other job options that will be perfect match for you. I won't suggest to waste your whole career path around coding, okay, if you're not good into coding and want to start with some other career options as well, because there are other job options which are paying a lot okay, kind of on a similar par as software engineer. So I won't, like, it will not be my first suggestion to go directly into coding. Okay, so give it a try. Now, the other job option that I was about to tell you, around the technical one, are network engineer, cybersecurity engineer, uh, cloud, DevOps, all these things. They don't require that much of coding. Okay, if you are sound into technical topics, then you will be a good kind of candidate for all these job roles. Okay, so we are going to be covering those topics now. Okay, so just stick now with the next job option that I had in my list is network engineer. Okay, so now in India, becoming a network engineer is not that much tough because there are supporting academies available in India, right, which specialize in teaching you how to become a network engineer, particularly, right? So if you are enrolled into those courses, they will give you one option of pay after placement. I have seen this few years back. I'm not sure if it is still available, but I'll check for you guys and will update you in this channel only, right? If it is still available, that they are being supportive of this or not, right? So what it means is that once you have covered your course and are placed into some company, then only you need to pay for the course, right? So that was just a brief about network engineering. And to become a network engineer, obviously you need to learn a lot of things around networking, right? So we are going to be creating one dedicated playlist around networking as well. So the second last job option that I had in my list is AI ML engineer. Okay, now this requires speciality into maths as well as into coding. So you need to be good into coding as well as into understanding of mathematical topics, like stats and all that stuff. So if you are sound into mathematics, you will be able to kind of get through the journey of AI ML easily, and will be able to crack some interviews after your 3 years journey, because nowadays there is a lot of scope for AI ML engineers. So it will be a booming technology going further, right? So I would suggest, if you are good into maths, or start preparing from your first year for the AI ML engineer role. The pay is good, okay, and as well as the future is kind of being built around AI ML only. So that was one job option that I had in my bucket, and we'll discuss the last one now. And the last job option that I had in my list is cloud and DevOps. Now these two engineering roles are majorly centric around cloud technologies. There are a lot of cloud technologies available nowadays. Okay, uh, by cloud technologies, I am trying to focus on cloud platforms. Okay, and there are services that those cloud platforms provide to end users, which they use to kind of cater different companies. So there are a lot of courses available online. Okay, you can go through those, and if required, we will be creating a playlist again for those particular roles as well. Right now, I had only these many job roles as a suggestion available with me. And if you are gonna be following this channel, we'll be seeing if there are more job roles available into corporate, and we'll be just giving suggestions on how to crack those interviews going further. So if you have watched this whole video till now, thanks a lot for supporting, and do follow this channel because we are going to be uploading the videos much frequently from now on. We are on the edge of creating the playlist now. Okay, so we might be able to start with the separate playlist for some of those topics which we have just discussed. And wish me luck. Okay, thanks a lot.